Hi. This week I really enjoyed reading The Blue Nowhere. I thought it was a really good book. I love a good suspense book. I've recommended it to many friends already, and I talk about it with people I see. If anything about computers has come up in the last week, I'm like, oh my gosh, have you read this book? It's so good. I liked that it kept me on the edge of my seat. I don't know how many people I thought were Sean. Nolan, Miller, Gillette, at more than one point, I thought was the accomplice. Two things that really surprised me when reading the book was that the computer crimes unit was very not up to par on computer crimes and hacking and just what goes on in the computer world. I thought that they were very naive. They thought they knew, but really they had no idea like how much was going on right in front of their eyes, and they didn't even know. So that kind of scared me. Sometimes I feel like that happens with the higher powers in our school districts. They think they know what they're doing the best, but really they're not in the classroom. They're not working with the students in big groups or one-on-one, and so they don't really know what's best for the kids. So I think that they're kind of naive sometimes. So I kind of had that connection when I was reading the story. Another surprise that really got to me was how close Gillette and his ex-wife's family at the end of the book were to being shot for really nothing. They could have been killed because they were supposedly suspects in the Marine kill case. And so I thought that was really crazy that the military or tactical team that was going to go in and raid the house had only commands electronically. I just kind of thought that was kind of bizarre, and the fact that they were hacked and they could be hacked is so scary. I mean, those people could have lost their lives. I mean, then I don't even know, what would happen to that tactical team, I'm sure it would have brought to light, had it been real life, a huge problem. So it makes me wonder what our government now has in place. Obviously, there are hackers out there that can do anything. I hope that our computer crimes unit people are up to date. It only makes sense to learn how to do it. I mean, I don't feel like you could protect the people if you don't know how those computer crimes are committed and you don't know how they actually work. I mean, I think you've probably got to be able to do it in order to thoroughly understand something like that, just kind of like teaching. You've got to do it to be able to understand it. So I just thought that was crazy that it took Bishop on a landline from a different location to finally call that guy and convince him not to go in there firing. That was scary. So that kind of was like, whoa, that could really happen. But as a whole, I thought the whole book really gave a good view of really what is out there in the computer world and what we need to be aware of, and just brought to light the idea of being safe when on the internet in general. Not putting your full name out there, not putting your address, your phone number, whatever. Keep yourself somewhat personal. Give yourself an alternate name, maybe. But then, it just makes me think about all the kids and what they probably put on there. They probably don't even think about it, especially young kids. They've grown up with nothing but computers and social networking and, all that stuff. And they probably just think it's normal to just put yourself out there, put everything out there. It's almost as like, if someone wants to find me, they can find me. They can look me up, whatever. But I don't need to help them. I don't need to help them find me. So that's kind of a goal of mine now, is to make sure that I'm being safe, and then whenever I am on the computer with my students, just reminding them to be safe, not putting their personal information out there. So, yeah, all in all, though, very good book.